to Just Acting Up Show, ladies and gentlemen. We got a special guest in here, man. We're excited about this. Sharyon. Clapping in for this one.
Thank you. It's Sharyon, like carry-on luggage. I guess
Sharyon.
Yes, yeah.
That's a pretty name.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Good. Thank you. Because I was going to ask you, am I saying it right? I don't want to be like, oh, no, that girl Sharyon. No, Sharyon. No.
I correct people every time.
That's why I go by Shay, because my name is Shay, and half of the time it might get a little messed up. So I'm like, Shay for short.
Take that, right? That's why I give a rhyme. So I say the carry-on luggage, people can automatically, work
to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. So let's go ahead and let's talk. Let's conversate. Of course, you're in acting. You're a lady, a jack of all trades of many multiple hats.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how did your journey in the art of acting get started?
All right. Who is Sharyon? Honestly, I've always been a performer. I want to say I wrote and starred in my first play when I was 7 years old, and my second grade class produced it. My mom to this day is salty that she didn't publish it, because now we're seeing we have a lot more avenues, but it was in I ain't gonna tell you. So where that wasn't quite as common for the little Black children, but it's always been my thing. But yeah, I'm definitely a multi-hyphenate, because even though I grew up in the arts, when I went, got to college age, I kind of went with the idea of like, you got to pursue something that's going to be, you got to make money, so on and so forth. So, I wasn't too mad at it. I ended up at a HBCU, went to FAMU. I love it. Radless is right. And ended up being in their business program, their SBI school, which is a really good program under Dean Mobley. Loved it. Would not trade it for anything. But, I came out, ended up in corporate America for like a smooth year. I don't even know if I lasted a whole year, to be honest. Like, I think I lasted about 8 months before I ran off with the circus, and then I was in Vegas. I need to stop making that, because I know people who actually do work for the circus. But I ended up in a Vegas show, and just been professional ever since. Sometimes I'll do other things, or sometimes I take time off to write or to create my own things, take jobs where I'm touring, things like that. But for the most part, still a performer through and through.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Pretty dope.
Thank you.
So as far as scrolling through I know you have a YouTube channel called the Free Woman Tales.
Yes.
And we love the information you share on there. Now, how do you keep yourself together during the quarantine? Like, how did that all come about?
I actually didn't do too many Free Woman Tales during the quarantine. I ended up recording a third season. And then I ended up not getting the editing stuff that I wanted to get together for that. But that started before quarantine, because I was on the road so much that I wouldn't really have a lot of contact with people, like just friends. So the only way I could connect with folks was during the internet. And I was in a lot of groups and things like that. So one of the groups that I was in really pushed kind of women coming into their own and finding freedom. So I was like, maybe I can combine the things that I'm learning in these groups along with like my own given talents, and plus the fact that I got a lot of free time, and I'll be in like West Hill, Kentucky or wherever doing a show. And I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and just make this and just pretty much talk that shit. I mean, I can curse here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, because I got a potty mouth. All right. I went with the military, I was like, come on.
Yeah, invited.
Glad I haven't dropped any F-bombs yet. It's still only before noon, but
Is that a record? Is that a record right there? Is that a record for you?
Little bit. Fuck has so many uses,
Boom.
Oh my gosh. Too funny, too hilarious.
I see in your bio on your IG, you Chicago influencer. Are you originally from Chicago?
Oh yeah, born and raised.
Oh man, Chicago stand up. Chicago love us, man.
My town in the house.
Dig that. We have a lot of Chicago in the South and a lot of other places are very connected, Just the way the Great Migration went, that's where our parents are from. So,
I know that's right. What do you love about Chicago? What's your favorite place there to go to just, to connect?
Yeah. I'm a South Side girl through and through. So probably I would say Hyde Park. That's just, it's a neighborhood, especially now, where you can find good restaurants, you can find like a party if you want to, bars, but it's also a lot of like green areas. You go out, look at the lake, you can sit and look at the trees and ride your bike around. There's still like homes that have yards there. So it's like my favorite part about Chicago and the city is that it's somewhere between like a small town where everybody knows each other and still like a booming area where you can, order whatever you want at 4 o'clock in the morning if you want to. So I need both of those things.
This may be because I'm a little hungry, but
okay.
when you come to Chicago, what is what's that go-to food item that everybody needs to get, or that restaurant that everybody needs to go to?
We are a foodie city. I was gonna say, I'll help you go ask me about the restaurants because that's our main thing. And like my favorite thing is to just try new restaurants, but I would take you to a Harold's Chicken, right? You got to get some Harold's Chicken from somewhere, but it depends because everybody has their separate ones. I think they're independently owned, as a matter of fact. So, I'm not gonna tell you which one because I don't want everybody to go there. Then next time I go,
Keep going. We're gonna put them on blast.
I'll text you later and tell you where it is when you.
They gonna thank you later.
Just try them all. I don't want to put my influence on. Just try a few of them. We definitely got some good barbecue. I'll take you to Lim's. That's where I'll take you on 74th Street. You can't get that delivered. Postmates used to take it to you, but they don't carry it anymore because you got to stand outside a little shack that has a big old smokestack on it in order to get that barbecue.
It's good.
It's gonna change your life. It'll change your life. But we also have like the Michelin star restaurants too. If you go up and down Randolph Street, you're gonna go somewhere you can't get reservations from us. So it's like we'll feed you.
All right.
That's right.
All right.
Go to a city where they're gonna feed you at. We live off that right there.
That's right. There you go. So wait, are all of you from the same
to eat? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We
love to
love
eat.
Yeah, because you saying Harold's Chicken, I know we had Diallo and everybody else come on here from the South Side Terminal Showcase. He was saying when we do come, it gotta be Harold's Chicken because they just built a Harold's Chicken. I think they just built it here in Houston.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I want to try it, but I feel as if I have to try.
You gotta go to the original.
I gotta go to the source.
Yeah, because they have one in Vegas too, and it's like
Really?
not the same. Yeah, they're big time now. I'm proud of them.
Oh wow!
Shout out to Harold's. Can we get some chicken, please?
Right. I want some chicken right now. Why is y'all doing this to me?
They just say fried chicken in front of us.
Thinking about chicken,
Like,
you gotta go back to the chicken with us black folk. So, you were in a Church of Chicken commercial.
Yes, you went back with that one, and that was for fish. I was eating a fish sandwich. They flew us to New Orleans to put me in a nun costume that my friends laughed at for weeks. Me and this is who you are as a woman.
Oh man!
Did you have fun in New Orleans?
I did have fun in New Orleans. Every time I go to New Orleans, I have fun. My daddy's side of the family is from there. So
Nice.
Okay. I have family there. Well, I have a little bit of family in New Orleans, but a lot of family in Louisiana and like Baton Rouge and things like that. So I had to ask.
That, all right. I love it.
Yeah.
And Creole
There's some
folks.
good food there too. I hope you got you some gumbo.
Always. Like, honestly, I'm still kind of salty because like my grandparents never gave me their gumbo recipe. I think they were waiting on me to get married.
On that, y'all just give.
Now
They
listen,
like that. They
now
like that. They will hold the recipe.
I gotta
I want to know how to make it.
I gotta do a disclaimer when I say this because I have I got people from New Orleans. I have in-laws from New Orleans. Not all people from New Orleans can cook. I'm just saying.
That's true. My people could. But yeah, we don't want to make grand generalizations.
Yeah, just somehow we ain't gonna put a whole net out there like everybody.
Yes. You can go to like a little restaurant. You would think there's nothing good in there. You go in there, I mean, you will find some of the best food you ever had. Like they cook. They teach their kids to cook.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful though, because all the food is super rich. Like a bunch of my homegirls all went down there for the Essence Festival a few years back. And you know, we just ate the whole day, but you gotta be careful because you'd be sick. It was at some point in that vacation that every single one of us had to rush to a restroom. So
Oh my
everything was
gosh.
changed. I mean, you didn't want to know all that. We don't put
It's all
that.
good. Hey, but, hey, you know.
All out. That's what this show is about. Let it all out.
Hot chicks at IBS, baby. All the hot chicks at IBS.
We all had our moments. We all had our moments. So, so from Chi-Town,
Yeah.
my guys, like Mike was saying, you know, y'all just from Chi-Town, y'all just show us so much love. And speaking of love, like we all of us love the show Chicago Fire, Chicago PD.
Yeah.
And Tashay, her hubby, is actually a fan, a big major fan, more of a fan than us for the show, both of the shows that you're a part of.
Yeah.
He has all of them recorded. He does not miss a show. He watches each and every one of them. And so he's definitely going to be a little jealous.
Tell him thank you and keep watching. We've been holding strong for all these
We
seasons.
love, like, he actually started me to watching the show. And I really like it too. But we have some questions though.
Sure, please. I've only been on a couple episodes, but I'll help you as much as I can.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I know when I first started watching Chicago Fire, when it first started off, I remember looking at the behind the scenes, and they were saying that they actually take some stories, some real life stories, and add it to the show. And now thinking about that scene that you were a part of, with the fire truck pulling up, and it's a baby right there, and I'm like, oh my God.
Right. It's pretty heavy.
Yes.
It's interesting because my background is in comedy, but everything I'm cast on TV is like the worst thing that's gonna happen in the world. You know, it's like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite person to work with on the show?
Oh wow, that's hard. I usually don't really do favorites. I will say I had special moments with all the actors, like, and especially when I walked into the trailer and saw, oh my gosh, and I was like, it took me everything not to fangirl out and run up and be like, I loved you on Sex and the City, because like, I was like, you're Steve, but I was like, I can't do that. That's weird. He and I ended up giggling the whole day, which was pretty awesome. Which actually might have been distracting for everybody else. So sorry if it was. But we had a really good time. Yeah, I can't say I had, because I definitely had moments with each of them. I mean, both of those sets, everybody's very friendly. They're used to having people come in, something dramatic, new every day. So everyone's, goes out of their way to make you feel welcome and in place and make sure your mics are ready and all that kind of good stuff. So I had great experiences with both.
That's good. That's good. So you have more shows to record with them?
I don't know. We'll see what's coming up. I do have, excuse me, I do have a larger role coming up on The Chi. Do you all watch The Chi as well by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, yes.
Season 5. It's going to be getting
Congratulations.
started. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So the new season starts up June 24th. And I'm a little bit further down into the season, but you'll definitely recognize my face more.
Awesome.
You're going to be watching for you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Now, it's funny you mentioned your comedic chops, because we came across some of your TikTok videos. And, these comedic chops that you have. Now, we found something interesting. You got some vocal, like me. You got some vocals there. You can kind of sing a little bit.
I'll be trying. It's fun. I mean, I started off in musical theater. So like musical theater, you have to do everything. You got to be funny, sing, dance, act, like backflips, whatever the hell they tell you they pay you for, So I like singing a lot. That's not something I wanted to pursue as a career so much, because, sometimes you got to just focus and figure out which, what couple of areas they're going to go in. But it's just something I really like doing. And honestly, that answers the question you were asking me earlier too, about how I've gotten myself through this time. It's just creating in my house and the TikTok videos, and then you can just kind of play and discover yourself and just try stuff that maybe, other people haven't really seen you do thus far. That's been my favorite part about taking this time,
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's good too. I mean, because like you were saying in your YouTube channel, like you said, you're trying to find things to do during the quarantine and everything. And, I think all of us was doing that. Like we're just trying to find that one thing to take our minds off of it. And I love that, you know, what you shared with the quarantine and, you know, with everything else that you shared in your channel. We needed that. We needed that. And it was good that you shared that, because people need something like that to get away from it all.
Thank you. Yeah. I would consider myself to be a Black joy activist. You know, I read a lot of Black feminist work. I'm not gonna get too deep into it because sometimes people get nervous when they say those words together. Oh, I don't hate people. I just, you know, like I just also think I'm smart. Anyway, but like, so a lot of the folk who I will follow talk about, you know, the more we can focus on joy and seeing ourselves in the future, the better we have a chance of surviving this kind of stuff, you know. So it's like, that's something I definitely do for myself. That's why I look at creating. That's something that brings me joy. Actually, the next thing I'm working on too, I've written a feature film with visionary fiction called Black Joy Always Wins. And that's my next thing. So I just got some support going. We're still in the development stage right now, you know, getting everything together, building a team. But that's what I want to put out. You know, the more I can use my gifts and, you know, and the platforms and availabilities we all have now with all these different forms of social media to not only just have a good time and, you know, let other people laugh, enjoy, but also maybe teach them stuff, you know, not in a preachy way, but just like, hey, let's, you know, find pleasure today so we can live. That's what I want to teach, you know. The more we do that, I think the more, you know, we have more hope as we move through these really, really hard times.
Yes. Oh, that's really cool.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tisha.
No, I said that's really cool. That's like a really good, I mean, so much negative already. And we need that pour positivity, you know.
Yeah. You know, it's easy to get caught up because I mean, I think there's always a bunch of awful shit and a bunch of great shit happening at the same time. You know, like I got a promotion, but then your uncle died. You know, it's like you know, but and that's just what life gives. You know? And it's easy to get. You know, we're gonna have negativity bias, and the good stuff that happens oftentimes doesn't equal out to the bad stuff. We stay focused on that. So, you know, I'm about radical self-care. We're going to have to push real hard on that good stuff and get this promotion. That means you go get you a massage and a therapist and buy some good food and maybe bring some flowers to your uncle's funeral. You know, try to overcome it as much as possible. At least that's my theory.
No, it's a great theory to have. And I love that the title of the name that you called it too, Black Joy and all that sounds refreshing AF. Like, thank you for that. I like that.
You should make it a drink called Black Joy. I would drink that.
Black
See, that's your commercial. That's your commercial.
This is the moment. If it happens, we're gonna give you a fee. You should.
Hey, we are down. We are down. Whatever you need, for real. And that's dope that you say that you write as well too, because we write as well. So yeah.
That's important. Because you have to have your voice out, right? We're waiting on everybody else to try to sound like us. That was the biggest issue for a while. You know, you have like 2 Black people and it's like, they're the representatives of all Black people. It's like,
all Black people.
Hold on. Yeah. That ain't
multifaceted. We have so many different perspectives and thoughts. No one thinks the same. So you know, everybody's story is not the same story. So, and
they're all valid and necessary, you know, and the more different stories we have, the more we can actually get people to understand that, like, we're not monolithic. We all have different experiences, and there's like different kinds of weird and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I love to see it. Please keep writing and putting stuff out and creating.
I agree with that. So, tell us a little bit more about. I know you said on the Shy, you come on later on. We love the show as well too. Everything you just in everything in Chicago, and we love that.
I'm trying. There's still a couple I haven't been cast on yet, but
I know you got your list. You marking it off. You marking it like that's what's up. And we would love to see. Well, have you been in anything comedic yet? Because like you said, you got the comedic background. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, okay, I started off in improv. I was in an improv troupe called We Be Negroes. I want to say I started with them in like 1999. I'm not sure if everyone here was born then, but I gotta check.
We were in existence.
Okay,
We were.
and I'd have
We're
been
there.
working.
Probably weren't working, but we were here.
Yeah, we
I could drink legally.
Gotcha.
We weren't
So I
paying
started-
taxes then, but we was here.
Black don't crack. But yeah, I moved out to LA with them, and we did all kind of wonderful stuff. I mean, we opened for Paul Mooney at the Comedy Store. We ended up doing a show in San Francisco where Robin Williams came and played on stage with us. Like, lots of wonderful memories and experiences, you know. But thing is, you know, improv isn't really necessarily something you make a full-time job out of, you know.
Right.
So, you know, did some other stuff, went to some other theater. But most of my comedy, I would say, would have to be either independent troops or like my own writing. As I said, every time I'm cast in something, I've been doing a lot of horror movies lately too.
Really? Okay.
Which is another thing.
a different aspect for you. Yeah.
I'm excited for it, actually. Like, my dream is to be an action hero. I don't know if I'm starting late in life for that, but dagnabbit, who knows? I got the shoulders, you know.
Hey.
No,
I see.
dream. I mean, it could come true. I mean, anything can happen nowadays, you know. Go for it.
Well, I appreciate that. And I got to get in shape then again. We got to get back in shape.
Woo, man. Hey, look, when you start, I'll start.
We're gonna edit it in. We're gonna edit you a whole new body on
All right, do that. Like, this is Sharyon without any Harold's chicken. And this is
You got the guns for days, man.
Yes.
So quick, it's funny. You know what? So you were on the show called Proven Innocence,
Yes.
a courtroom drama, right?
Yeah. More drama.
So yeah. So we had to ask you this every time we think of courtroom because we so silly. What was your favorite courtroom scene between the Martin episode or the Jamie Foxx episode?
Wait a minute.
Think about it.
I'm trying to think of what the scenes were. Oh man, I should have sent, because I love all of both of them.
Yeah. So Martin was to give you a quick thought of a quick rundown. So Martin was in there for a traffic ticket, I believe.
Yeah, the day to get you gonna come.
Day to get you gonna get.
GTD, what's that?
TD.
Okay.
And Jamie Foxx.
We got the draws.
Yeah. And Jamie Foxx episode was about that lady who tried to get over on him. I forgot her name. She was on A Living Color, but she tripped and fell and did a little flip or whatever in the lobby of the King's Towers. And we always debate about who had the best courtroom scene, the funniest one, out of Jamie Foxx or Martin. Which one was your favorite?
Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. I mean, Martin came first, right? Martin kind of
Martin was first.
Yeah, Martin came first.
He set the scene in the game, but I also had like some friends on Jamie Foxx, so that's a hard one to have a biased opinion.
Well, you had some friends with Jamie Foxx. What?
Yeah, and you remember Rona Bennett when he was working at Jingles 3000?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And she was like his singing partner after a while. She grew up in Chicago too. We went to the same ETA theater together.
Wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
So I have a biased opinion, but I don't know. Martin is Martin though.
That Martin one is tough.
I might
That
have to go
one
with
is,
Martin.
I don't remember the Jamie Foxx one. I honestly don't. But
Not
that
as well.
Martin one is tough.
Yeah.
Right, and like Martin set the, you know, he's the one who set the stage for a lot of that foolishness. It's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah. He did. He did. Oh my God. But yeah, it was I was like, when I saw that you in the courtroom scene, I'm like, we had to ask you that. And it's funny too, because all of us was just talking about jury duty. And you were in the jury.
Yeah.
Wow.
It literally was, yeah.
Yeah, we literally, I don't know, just random. Jury duty.
Had it. Yeah.
And
We
now,
were just talking about, you know, it's a lot of Black folks, like our norm to like try to get out of jury duty. Like, there's no one that I've ever known that was like, yay, jury duty, except for myself.
Why do you like it? What makes you like it?
So like, I like all that kind of stuff. Like, I'll watch, you know, shows about, you know, people that did stuff and, trying to figure out like how they got caught and what they did wrong, like, all that stuff. So whenever I got something for jury duty, I'm excited. I'm like, hey, jury duty, I get to actually be in there. But I never get
be
picked.
the one to hold
They
it up.
never picked me.
You're right. She's like, we need to
She'll
look
be the one to
again.
hold it up. Get him. But did he
With my notepad and my pen, like, writing that down. He did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
You don't get no good cases when you get called in. It's always like something terrible and whack. Like, nothing interesting.
I want a real good case, like a case that's just nationally out there. Like I would love to do that.
Then I get to write a book afterwards.
Yes.
Right. Make a data, the IP.
Think I what really happened in the courtroom.
Too funny.
Yeah, those make you spend the night in hotels, though. I want to say if you stay too long for that.
Yeah, hey, you can't talk on the phone and all that. And oh man,
Yeah.
That sounds like some secretive fun.
Well, before we let you go, I know you were part of a show called The Big Leap, but I want to know what's the next big leap or role that you see yourself in?
What's the next big leap that I see myself in? A lot of these things, they come from nowhere. I'll be sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and then next thing I get a phone call from an audition I did 2 years ago, and now it's a film that I have to shoot next week. So I'm at the position, I think, in my career where I feel like I've proven myself, and I'm still working, of course, but now I'm also just letting things come to me as opposed to pushing real hard for stuff. I can definitely show up. But yeah, my main focus is just writing my own stuff. And then whatever else comes, then I'm open to seeing. But yeah. So definitely come follow my IG too for Black Joy Wins, Instagram.com /Black Joy Wins, one word. You can also check out my website. I have clips and like some other things coming up too for the movie. It's on my website, www.actressSharyonCulberson.com. Yeah, I think that's about it. And then of course, we'll watch The Chi that starts June 24th. It's not January. Where are we? What is time? I don't know. I'm like, still in the house.
It's all
That's
good.
cool. We're gonna check everything out. We're gonna follow you and along on your journey. And we wish you luck and successful shows and writing and creating.
I appreciate you. Thanks for reaching out. I'm gonna hit you all up when I come down to Houston. I got a lot of friends in Texas, so
What?
don't be looking at me funny when I'm like, I'm in town.
Like, who is this?
No. we can finally get Mike to the turkey leg hut.
yeah.
Turkey leg hut. I'm about that. We're
gonna have to take you to like all of the great eateries out here. There are so many new things that are popping up because we have such an influx of people coming in from all over. Houston is just really growing, and so there's a lot more to do.
I've seen a few people come on down there. I'm like, I heard that's the place for the Black folks to be with the good jobs. I'm like, I like to see.
Y'all stay over there, man. We got traffic.
Yes, our traffic has grown.
Our traffic is terrible.
We gonna come up there. We gonna come up there with you.
I mean, we got traffic too. Just come in the summertime. That's all I would say.
Okay, good. We gonna come in the summertime.
Yeah.
Oh man. This the part of the interview where we like, man, we wish we could continue to keep talking to you, but we know you gotta get back to doing what Sharyon does. But we greatly appreciate you. It was fun. We enjoyed talking about food and everything else and everything you've been a part of. And we know those blessings are coming. We know many doors are going to open up for you. But we see the personality, your spirit, your energy is very infectious. Your smile and everything, and we love it. And we appreciate you for coming on, taking time out of your day to join us. It means so much, trust me.
I appreciate you so much.